assignment is going to ask you to use a new tool, at least a new tool for our classroom. Maybe you've used it in other classrooms over the last few weeks or even before this school year. It's called cK-12. And today's cK-12 activity is going to ask you to read about Mendeleev's periodic table and then answer some questions. And while you're doing the reading, I'm going to ask you to use good reading strategies. For example, I'm going to ask you to mark the text and write in the margins. And I'm going to show you now the tools for doing that and where you find the questions to answer. These questions will show up as part of your grade on Schoology. So be sure you are answering them carefully as you do that. All right, so here is the screen on Mendeleev's periodic table. If you click the link on Schoology, it'll take you to this. Now, sometimes when I do it, some ads pop up. Just go ahead and close the ads. You know how to do that. But this is the reading assignment. So you're going to scroll down. And you can see I've already done some practice text marking as I was practicing to make sure I knew how to do it. And you can see there's some reading here. It talks about a couple of closets. Now, the tools that you're going to use to mark the text or write in the margins are right over here. You can they're kind of dim, but when you put the cursor on top of them, they get easier to read. The top one, when you click on it, it allows you to mark the text or mark the text. So for instance, you can highlight a section like I've done here. Maybe you want to highlight this for some reason. Mendeleev's method of organizing elements was later revised. And when I take that away, it's now highlighted, right? Now, there is another method for highlighting and also another method that uses this add notes. I wouldn't click on this. I had some trouble doing that. Maybe you can figure it out. But I want to show you, let's see down here. Atomic mass is the mass of one atom of an element. Let's say that you want to remember that, okay? So you can highlight that. You can drag your cursor over it like I did and highlight it. Or you can unhighlight it. Oops. Or, okay, didn't want to do that. Okay, all right. Or you can not do that, but you can add a note. And your note can be something like, usually atomic mass is equal to the sum of the neutrons and protons in the nucleus. Maybe that's just something you wanted to remind yourself that we've already learned this unit, and you want to save that note. And then when you do that, it'll show up over here. So you've kind of marked the text and written in the margins, right? You marked the text, you wrote in the margins, and you can come back. What note did I have there? Oh, yeah. I reminded myself about what atomic mass is usually equal to. Okay, so good. Let's just close that. Okay, so you're going to come down through all this. You're going to do your text marking. You're going to do your margin writing. And there's information here, right? This is information about Mendeleev's periodic table. You saw the video yesterday. In fact, that video we saw yesterday is right down here at the bottom of this whole page. Okay, you want to watch it again, you may. You don't have to. But so you're going to finish doing all of that. And then when you get to the bottom, when you get to the bottom, you're going to see this practice, this little button down here in the lower right that says view practice. And when you click on that, it gets you over here and it says students will need to get 10 correct answers to complete their practice goal. Okay. Now you can print this out. You don't want to do that. Okay. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is hit preview. And then it'll show up and you can see that I've already answered some questions. I just wanted to see what they were like. All right. So I've already got 5 out of 10. I'm halfway there. Elements in a given period of Mendeleev's table have similar properties. Is that true or false? So I'm going to say no. I think that's false. Okay, let's see what happens. Check it. Okay, I was right. Okay, it says that was a hard question. Nice job. So if I get it right, I'm going to go next. How many groups were present in Mendeleev's periodic table? Now I'm going to get this one wrong on purpose. I'm going to say 5. Okay, that was wrong. Okay. Read questions slowly for details. That wasn't the right answer. Let's give it one more try so you can get a chance to try again. All right. So that's what you're going to do. So try again. How many groups were present in Mendeleev's periodic table? 13. Ooh, wrong again. Okay, so still wrong. So let's try. Let's um, go back to here. Now, so what it decided was that question was too hard for me, right? So it's going to ask me a different question. The periodic table by Mendeleev contained how many groups? Oh, look, the question's similar, but they asked it a different way. So now I'm going to answer 8. Says, oh, there you go. Okay, now you got it. Okay, so now I can move on to the next concept that they're going to test me on. The elements in Mendeleev's table are placed in the order of, and then you would answer this one. All right, so you're going to answer those questions for yourself after you go through your reading and text marking and so forth. And then your score will show up on your grade. Now, if you figure this out, it's going to keep asking you questions until you get 10 right. So everybody should get a 10 out of 10. Just keep answering the questions until you get 10 right. All right. Good luck. And I hope